Going back to school is a huge commitment from both a time and a cost perspective, and this is a really big decision with a lot of moving pieces. In some situations, going back to school makes a lot of sense and can jumpstart your career in a really big way, but in other cases, grad school is almost entirely unnecessary and can end up making it take even longer to get where you ultimately want to go. So if you're trying to break into the real estate industry and trying to decide if grad school is the right fit for you, this video will walk through 4 of the biggest questions you'll want to ask yourself before going back to school for a master's in real estate or a general MBA. So the first question that you'll want to get clear on is, do I know where I want to end up geographically? One of the biggest benefits of grad school in the first place is the network that you'll build in the process with both real estate industry professionals and real estate companies that are associated with the university. But in order to get the most out of this network, you need to have an end goal as far as where you ultimately want to live and work, and then you can use that graduate network that you build in order to make that happen. This is especially true for smaller regional programs that don't have a national presence, but even at bigger, more nationally known programs like the ones at MIT, NYU, or USC, these all have very tight alumni networks in the general region of the country they're located within. And if you're trying to do something like move across the entire country at the same time that you're trying to transition into commercial real estate from a different industry altogether, grad school can be a really helpful way to make both of those things happen on a very controlled timeline. All of this is to say that before taking the leap into a graduate degree program, you should at least have some sort of a general idea of where you want to live and work long term to make sure that you're choosing a school that's going to have both the resources and the connections that you'll need in order to get to that market. Now, the second question to ask yourself when making this decision is, what is the current state of the commercial real estate job market? Obviously, the cost of tuition can and should be a huge factor in this decision, but there's also a very real opportunity cost associated with leaving the workforce, especially when times are good and the job market is strong. If transaction volume is high and companies are struggling to find enough talent to fill open roles, these firms are going to be much more likely to take a chance on someone without direct real estate experience. And if you have a strong skill set in Excel and financial modeling overall that could be directly applied to the real estate industry, you might not need to go back to school in order to make the switch. And in these cases, bypassing grad school can often be a much better decision, not only allowing you to keep that tuition money in your pocket, but also allowing you to spend those 1 to 3 years that you would have otherwise spent in school actually working on deals and getting hands-on experience. However, on the other side of the spectrum, when hiring is slow and transaction volume is down, grad school can be a great way to wait out a bad market and sometimes even have access to opportunities that wouldn't be available on a full-time basis. When deals aren't getting done in the market, a lot of the more popular roles for young professionals like acquisitions analyst or investment sales analyst positions tend to be pretty few and far between, since companies are often reluctant to hire expensive full-time talent when revenue is down. But as a grad student who could come in as a temporary intern, you become a very low cost and a low commitment hire for a company. And this is also an opportunity for you to get valuable industry experience and get a brand name on your resume. Now, again, grad school can be a very expensive option, so I wouldn't necessarily make this the default choice just because hiring conditions might be tough, but this is something to think about if you have both the resources and the time to pursue a graduate degree. Now, the next question you want to ask yourself is somewhat related to this, and this is, would I currently be considered an established professional within a different industry altogether outside of commercial real estate? If you're just a few years into your career and you're working in a field like accounting, finance, investment banking, or general private equity, it's very likely that your existing skills, along with some additional real estate specific training, could help you get your foot in the door without going back to school. However, if you've been working in a completely unrelated industry for about 7 to 10 years or more, and you don't have experience in finance whatsoever, you might see a lot more friction during the job search process, and grad school could help a lot when trying to make the switch. Not only does grad school provide opportunities to take on internships that will allow you to add direct real estate experience to your resume, but this also allows you to sample different parts of the industry to figure out where you fit in best and can often start you out at higher levels of compensation than you may have otherwise seen without an advanced degree. Most grad schools also really value work experience that students can bring into the classroom, meaning that success in a previous career path can actually help you get into your target schools in the first place, which can increase the value of your network substantially and help you get the most out of your graduate degree. Now, the last question I want to bring up in this video has to do with where you've already gone to school, and this is, what is my undergrad university's real estate alumni presence in the specific area that I'm trying to work within? Real estate is a relationship business, and if you have connections that can help you get your foot in the door without spending years and tens of thousands of dollars on grad school, it's definitely worth exploring if you can network your way in. A lot of industry professionals are going to be very willing to help out and have a conversation with other university alumni, and this is especially true if you're a part of a fraternity or sorority and you have brothers or sisters working in the business. And often you can go to your alma mater directly to see if they have an alumni database that you could tap into, but even if that's not the case, LinkedIn can be a great resource to use to both identify and reach out to people that can help. Now, I have another video on this channel that talks through this process in detail, and I'll link this below, but essentially this involves searching for alumni of your school currently working in the real estate or leasing non-residential real estate fields located in the city that you want to live and work in next, and from there you can start sending off some messages to hopefully start some conversations. Now, overall, I want to make it clear that in most cases, a graduate degree is not going to be necessary to break into commercial real estate, and especially due to the cost and the time you'd be spending out of the workforce, I don't usually recommend going this route. But if you're struggling to decide whether grad school is the right fit for you and your specific situation, these are some things to think about that can help you make that choice. And if you want to make sure that you have the technical skills that you'll need to land a job in this industry, regardless of whether you pursue a graduate degree or not, and you want to make sure you're prepared for an Excel modeling exam that might be given to you during the interview process, as always, make sure to check out our all-in-one membership training platform, Breaking the CRE Academy. A membership to the Academy will give you instant access to over 120 hours of video training on real estate financial modeling and analysis. You'll get access to hundreds of practice Excel interview exam questions, sample acquisition case studies, and you'll also get access to the Break Into CRE Analyst Certification exam, which covers topics like real estate pro forma and development modeling, commercial real estate lease modeling, equity waterfall modeling, and many other real estate financial analysis concepts that will help you prove to employers that you have what it takes to tackle the responsibilities of an analyst or associate at a top real estate firm. And if you like this video and want to see more content on the channel on real estate master's degrees or MBAs in general, make sure to hit the like button and let me know. And if you are considering grad school, let me know in the comments which programs you're targeting and why you're looking to go there. As always, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you found this helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to see more videos like this every single week, and I'll see you in the next video.